With several classes becoming complete in My Singing Monsters, we've already started thinking about the future possibilities of what could arrive in the game, what could the new possible classes be, which monsters might come next, and in today's video I'll be sharing my opinions and suggestions for potential new monster classes that could be added in the future, ones that I would absolutely love to see in the game and that I think make total sense. First, let's start with a class that really could come to the game, and there are even statements from the monster handlers that may confirm this. We all know the Colossals, the creatures that the islands are usually built upon. On the natural islands we have the Colossals, which were awakened with the Colossal conundrum, where the Colossus Eye awakens these Colossals and makes them release their sound. And as we know, these Colossals have very simple sounds, almost like ambient background sounds of the island. But it was confirmed that these Colossals would have more sounds or improved sounds. During the My Singing Monsters Live Special Edition Monster Handler, Tyson stated that the Colossals are out of practice and have to warm up. He also teased that as more Colossals wake up, their singing skills will improve and that there will be a bigger picture once they have all awakened. But as we know, all of these Colossals have already been awakened, right? Well, apparently not. In the update description for version 3.9.4, it referred to the Earth Island Conundrum as the final Colossal Conundrum for now, which implies that there will be more Colossal Conundrums for Colossals beyond the natural islands. Monster Handler Matt acknowledged this during the version 3.9.4 presentation and stated that there are still more Colossals that haven't awakened yet, specifically mentioning the Colossals of Firehaven, Sugarbush Island, Ethereal Island, and Celestial Island, which implies they will likely awaken in the future. So as we can see, there's still something missing for these Colossals to have their sounds improved in the game, and now comes the new class, the Souls of the Colossals. That's right, Colossal Souls would work similarly to Titan Souls, where we would have a monster that represents the essence of the island and connects with it, making the Colossal gain more sounds. And based on what I've shown you, everything indicates that this class could exist in the future. Of course, this would be far ahead since we would first need all the missing Colossal conundrums, but I would love to see a Titan Souls version for the natural islands and Colossals. It would be so much fun and definitely make a great class. Now, the second class I'd love to see in the game is connected to a class that I actually wouldn't want to see in the game. This would come from a dimension not yet explored in the My Singing Monsters universe, the Prismatic dimension. That's right guys, to me it would be amazing to see a new class in the game derived from the Prismatic dimension, but not prismatic variants. Those variants I wouldn't like to see in the original My Singing Monsters, but a brand new monster from a new class with a new element coming from that dimension. That would be interesting. Given the diversity and weirdness we've seen from the Prismatic dimension, this would be a really exciting class of monsters to see. Next, a class created by a community fan of My Singing Monsters. This is one of the most interesting ideas we'll see in this video. Definitely one of the best classes, the Strayed Ethereals. The Strayed Ethereals would be a class of monsters created before the very first single element Ethereals that we already know in the game. They would be the original Ethereals, but Zaro's dissatisfaction with their outcome led them to be discarded just like the Primordials, only to return to the game in the future. The idea is really creative, with unique elements like time, soot, prism, illusion, and sulfur, each with very original designs. I really loved this idea. It would be incredible. Just imagine a lost ethereal island filled with all new ethereals of every element. That would be amazing. The next class would also involve ethereal monsters, but this time with new versions of them, the Mirrored Ethereals. This would be a very interesting class, similar to what happens with the Paranormals, where on the regular islands they have their larger standard versions, but on the mirror islands they would have their mirrored forms, equivalent to the minor Paranormals. These mirrored versions would be weirder, with slight changes to their sounds, which would be incredible. I would absolutely love to see this class of monsters. And lastly, a class that I've been waiting for a long time, one that I think makes perfect sense in the game, a space class. That's right, a class of alien monsters in my singing monsters. Monsters from another planet similar to Anglo, who came from another world. And we know that his planet has other inhabitants like Pinghound, a monster that tries to copy Anglo's memories of his pet from his homeworld. But even though it's a copy, it's not an exact one. So maybe one day we could see more monsters coming from other planets into the monster world, alien monsters, or even an entire island located on another planet. For me, this class would absolutely be one of the coolest in the entire game. And that's it, everyone. These are the classes that I think should exist in My Singing Monsters. I want you to comment your opinions if you agree with me, and also share your own ideas for new classes in the game. I hope you enjoyed, and until next time.